our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just the perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but again, away feels like it's been a freaking decade.
Welcome back to another episode of the Social Beaches.
We're going to get used to
We're
that.
going to get used to the new name for sure. I'm Kelly Bowling.
I'm Carolyn Smith, and we are realtors here on the Space Coast of Florida, selling everywhere from MIMS, if you've never heard of MIMS, Cocoa Beach, Melbourne Beach, Indialantic, and into Indian River County, Vero Beach. So if you're looking to buy or sell property, please give us a call.
Today, we're going to talk about fun things to do if you're going to have a Florida staycation, also known as Never Has Kelly Ever. That's not exactly true. I've done a couple of these, but a lot of these I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I should do this.
Yes. So Florida's great. And one thing that's so great about the Space Coast is we really are central Florida. We're central East Coast Florida, but we have easy access. It's not too long because Florida's a really long state.
It is, yeah.
Like if you're in the Keys or if you're in Miami and you want to get to the panhandle, that is a long drive.
You should fly. You should just fly.
Or you just want to, run into Georgia. Let's say you want to go to Savannah or something like that. It's hard to get out of Florida. Getting out of Florida is the longest part. But where we are, we can go lots of different directions. We can go to the West Coast. We can go south. We can go north.
Yeah.
And there's lots of fun things to do. So we want to talk about those today.
Yeah. Well, you can start.
All right. So I've never done this,
Okay.
but I've wanted to do this. So I've never gone to Mount Dora, and everyone talks about going antiquing in Mount Dora. Now, I'm not a big antiquing person, but I'm a big shopping person, and I like to window shop and look at things, and I thought it's supposed to be beautiful there, like hilly, and the weather is different, and so it's something that I would love to do, and it's not that far. I think it's like hour and a half from here
Probably.
or something.
I feel like everything's about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, except for Tampa, but
Yeah, but I think that would be a fun thing to do, and not necessarily a kid thing, but if you're adults and you're looking for a fun, day away, or you spend one night.
Yeah.
Spend one night. I think they have great bed and breakfast, like old houses and stuff.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Well, the Miami Zoo or any sporting events down in Miami now in September, well, you could go now if you go to West Palm and then take the Bright Line from there. But starting September, you can take the Bright Line from Orlando Airport all the way to Miami. I heard it's about a 3-hour trip, but you can VIP your seat and have drinks and food and sit on the train and enjoy the ride. And then from what I understand, it's in very close distance of all of these, the downtown area of Miami. So the airport's nearby, so you can get there really easily.
And there's so Miami is fun, but you don't want to drive in Miami, I feel like.
God, no, it's scary.
It's a little scary to drive in Miami, and you don't know where you're going, and you don't want to make a wrong turn. So you could go down there, and then you just Uber everywhere. Yeah. And we saw pictures of the new Bright Line terminal in Orlando, and it looks like a luxury resort
Oh, so nice.
Unbelievable.
They have the little bar inside there and a nice lounge, and even the train, the seating and stuff looks really, really nice. And they have normal economy or whatever seats that are cheap. So if you just want to go for a cheap little ride, you can. But then I think it's $79 up to $79. I think it depends on which train time you take because there's several departs. But I think $79 a person for the VIP class.
The VIP class, the first class. Yeah, and it would be a fun thing to do. Just hop on the train, and then there's I can't remember the name of the train that goes from West Palm Beach or Boca to. You could do that too. You could stop.
It's the same. They have the Bright Line stations now, so you can't buy tickets from Orlando until starting September 1st. They're on sale now for September 1st, but you can. I just saw another realtor that's with Compass down in Indian River.
Okay.
So they parked at the West Palm.
Okay.
And it passes through Boca and then Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And then they took a plane from Miami to the Bahamas. So they
fun.
How fun is that? You can just park at the train station and then go on your quick little trip or whatever, because we are so close to the Bahamas too.
Yeah. I think that would be, it would be fun. And if you want to go to a dolphin game, or you want to go to a Marlins game, or the Miami Zoo is amazing, or you just want to check out that area, or Fort Lauderdale is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So you can go to Fort Lauderdale. So it's just a great way to not have to take your car down there, because you really don't need a car for most of those places. So So I definitely want to try the train, and also I want to try it because I think maybe one day I want to do one of those luxury trains that goes across the Midwest or something. Yeah.
That would be fun.
See that? I don't know.
Just a train ride. You know, Jacob did that whole auto train.
Yeah, how was that?
It's just a lot of old people getting drunk on the train. So, you know, it's an overnight trip from Sanford, and he was going up to Lorton, Virginia, so the DC area. And you can put your car on there. And that was why we didn't want him driving his car up 95. You know, you know, you just turned 18. I'm like, not yet, sir. It was a way for him to get his car back home up there. Yeah. And he said that, it's mostly just old people, like, drinking wine.
I think that's not, like, a luxury train. Like, I want the bougie train. Give me the bougie train. And I think that one's, like, just get your car on there.
They have, like, the roomettes and the suites on there that you can, but he said, Mom, they didn't even serve water at breakfast. They only had, like, those cartons of, like, orange juice and milk, like it was school. I just wanted water. And I'm like, okay. But he doesn't ever want to do it again.
We'll just go to Europe and do a Europe train, which I've done before.
That would be better.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sure. Well, we're supposed to be talking about Florida things, and here I'm talking about Europe. Okay, yeah. So the West Coast of Florida, which is, Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete. First of all, there's a million fun things to do there.
Oh, the water there is beautiful. The beaches are amazing.
Yeah,
I don't enjoy getting in the ocean here, but man, the golf is just, it's a whole different ball game over there.
Yeah,
sure.
You can see your feet, and
very clear.
Yeah, it's very clear. The beaches our beaches, I feel like our sand is more shelly, like it's a rougher sand, where they have that sugar sand over there. Yeah, powdery sand. But it's fun to go over there and hang out, and they have like fun little bars and little restaurants, and that is a great weekend getaway.
It is. I've seen people that will start here and they'll do the sunrise on the beaches here. And then you drive over and have a fun day, and you do the sunsets over there. So you get to see both at the same day.
Which is so cool.
Close. Yeah.
The only bad part is the I-4 section.
Yeah. I don't think they're ever going to figure that out. But it's a small price to pay.
Last time, I will say, I went, instead of going the I-4 way, I think I got off I-4 at like Lakeland. Mm-hmm. And then I went through the center of the state and ended up on, is it 60?
Yeah.
Takes you to Vero Beach. It was like an extra 20 minutes, but it was very relaxing.
Yeah.
It was worth it. 20 minutes. Yeah.
Crazy, like, gridlock, traffic. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I recommend that.
Then we have the Keys. I have done this. We've done this a few times. We've been to Key West, which is like party central, but there's so many fun little shops to see and do there. And you've got like the Hemingway Museum, which I love.
Mm-hmm. The cats.
Yeah, the kitty cats with all their extra paws.
Extra toes. Yeah.
And then they have like the ghost tours and things like that down there. I've never done one of those. And then you have like the more chill towns, like Isla Mirada is more of like the fishing town.
Yep, Marathon.
It's a really great resort in Isla Mirada that I stayed at many years ago, like for a work trip, the Chica Lodge.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that former President Bush, he would stay there for like fishing tournaments.
Yeah. So
I was like, oh, that's fancy. And so we had a chance to go there when Tommy was first contracting, and we took Tristan. He was just a baby. And it was such a chill resort. They have like restaurants on site, lots of beaches, really nice accommodations, and there's really nothing to do there if you're not like a fisherman, I feel like, or you're not into stuff like that. But it's a very relaxing vacation.
They're when you go to Key West, it's different. But when you go to the lower Keys, I feel like it feels like you're on an island in a different country. It doesn't feel like you're in the United States anymore. Right. It is so relaxing and just chill. And
it's not like a typical beach town. No. You know, like I grew up going to Myrtle Beach, and that's a very like high paced, lots of resorts. Not that there aren't lots of resorts, but I feel like when you're driving down the highway in the Keys, you don't see all of them. They're like kind of tucked away. You have to drive down a little road to get to them. And, you know, we've stayed in Marathon. We've done like the Airbnbs there, so you can take your boat and then, go out and fish or do your water sports or whatever right from the back of the rental house that you're in. So there's lots of options there for where to stay.
And the water is so warm. I mean, when you go swimming.
Clear. Yeah, the beaches aren't like beachy like they are here. It's very rocky, and it's not the best for beaching, but, the boating and the fishing and all of that is great.
Yeah, I find it super relaxing. Like
and there's really good shopping. Key West has some really good shops.
Yeah. Key West has good restaurants, too.
Yeah, they do.
Louis' Backyard. Make sure you go. Last minute cruises, which I was just telling Kelly. So I get seasick, and I went on a couple cruises right after college, and then I was like, this is not for me. And now they have the relief band, which Kelly let me borrow last time I flew, and it really helps. It puts like an electrical pulse. Yeah. And the ships are more stabilized now, I think. I mean, this was a long time ago when I graduated from college, and it was more rocky. Not rocky. rocking. Yeah.
Yes.
But you just went on a cruise recently, a Disney cruise, and it was amazing.
It was fantastic. It was a quick one, a Friday to a Monday. I think we're going to try to do another one this winter or late fall. Because I don't want to be out there when it's 90 degrees.
Why not?
No, thanks. I can do that at home. Just not as much fun. But, last minute cruises, you can probably find some deals, different cruise lines. We have so many cruise lines now at the port. So you've got Royal Caribbean, you've got Carnival, MSC is there, Disney.
Yep.
Did I see that Princess is coming?
I think Princess is there because my ex and my son are going, they're taking a Princess cruise all along the East Coast, all the way to Canada.
Oh.
It's like a repositioning cruise or something,
That's
but instead of going to Europe, they're going along the East, and it stops at all these towns along the East Coast of the United States. It ends in Canada, and then they're flying home from there.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
on a Princess cruise.
What a neat idea.
Yeah, yeah.
That's exciting.
And I think there are websites just devoted to last minute cruises where you can go on and say, this is the time period I want to go. And this is, I want to go for 3 days during this time period. And they will tell you what ships you can go on. Yeah. And like you said, there's so many options. So I think I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I have to buy my own relief band.
When we sold our last house, we were like, we want nothing to do with the showings that are about to happen here. So we're dipping out. And we went on a quick 3-day Caribbean, or it was just to the Bahamas cruise on Carnival. And while I will say it was not the best quality cruise I've ever been on, it was pretty cheap. We probably should have bought the drink package.
Yeah, buy the drink package.
Yeah, Disney doesn't have one of those, but most of the other ones do.
Oh, they don't? Mm-mm. Oh.
I wasn't really drinking then, so it was fine. But for that other one, we were a little shell-shocked at that liquor bill at the end.
Right.
I was like, well, dang, that was more than the cruise.
Yeah.
So get the drink package if you can. Have you ever seen, like, the people that buy, like, the shampoo bottles?
Oh, yes.
But then they'll, like,
fill it up with liquor and
like, I don't know. I feel like I would be the one that would get caught. I'm such a rule follower. Like, I don't think I could do it.
Or it would leak all over your clothes and all your clothes would reek of like whatever alcohol you had in there.
When I came back from my very first cruise, it was Royal Caribbean. I went with my mom, my great aunt, and my second cousin. And we got back to the airport. People like get their luggage off the turnstile. Yeah. And somebody opened it and they had bought rum.
Oh, God.
And no glass was broken.
The
leaked. Tops were off. The tops were off. And it was like somebody had intentionally poured it over their stuff and the bottles were empty. Gosh. And they were like, WT what? So it was awful. I'm like, those nasty TSA people.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Somebody was having a bad, vengeful day, I think.
Yeah, that was maybe before the locks. They can
this was well before 9/11, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some other things you can do are theme parks.
Yep.
You just did this.
I just did that, Universal. Well, I didn't go in the actual theme park. It was my daughter's graduation present, so she went in the theme park, and it was, come on, Florida resident, buy one day, get two free.
You can't beat that.
Hello. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So sent her off, hung by the pool bar. The hotels there are beautiful. There's tons of stuff to do if you want to, but we didn't even leave.
Yeah.
We just, and it's really pretty. We rode the little boat over to City Walk and ate over there and wandered around over there. And it was relaxing. It was only a few days.
I've been able to convince my younger children that Disney Springs is Disney.
Where's Space Mountain, Mom? Oh,
I don't know.
They must have it closed.
Like, there's a carousel there. I remember we've taken the little ones. It's been a few years since we've been over there, but Everly was probably like 4 maybe the last time, and they have like the carousel. I'm like, isn't Disney World so fun? Oh, God. She has no idea.
Poor kid.
She's been to Universal because her other dad, she doesn't really have an other dad, but like we have a village, right?
Yeah.
And he, got them annual passes and they've been a few times. So I think they're going to probably go again this summer. And she's like, can you come one time? And I'm like, I think I'm busy that day.
Talk about getting motion sick.
I don't do rides. I think the last time I did like theme park rides was my 18th birthday. I went to Kings Dominion in Virginia. That was the closest theme park to us. Rode every roller coaster at least once, if not 2 or 3 times. And then I had a headache for a week after from all like the, bumping around. And I was like, I'm officially now graduated. I'm too old to ride these rides.
And you've never been to Busch Gardens, but I will say Busch Gardens is actually one of my favorite theme parks. It's in Tampa. Mm-hmm. And they have like the zoo section, which is really, really cool. They have like amazing animals there, but they also have some crazy roller coasters there. some like if you're a roller coaster
I've
fan.
been to the one in Williamsburg, and they had
Yeah.
like the Big Bad Wolf. That was the one that was in Williamsburg years ago. I have no idea what's there now, but I always liked like it was very like Germany themed,
Yes.
there. So I always thought that was fun. My dad loved it because he is a Budweiser fan.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
they would have like the Clydesdales, and you could go look at
Yes.
those. So that was really cool as a kid, but I haven't been to the one here. And Carissa
Yeah.
goes often. She
She
is
does.
right over there.
Yeah, it's right near her. She probably has passes or something.
Window shopping on Worth Avenue. I
Yeah.
don't know where that is.
That's Palm Beach.
Okay, well, that sounds amazing then.
That's
yeah.
Palm Beach. And just to go to Palm Beach and see those houses, drive around, go have a drink at the Breakers. Just go to the Breakers and have a drink at their bar. Their bar is amazing. Go wander around Worth Avenue and see all the things that, I'm never spending that much money for a bag or a pair of shoes or whatever. But it is fun. And just to see how the people are, they're living,
See how the other half lives.
Yeah, see how the other half lives.
I've
It's
been to
fun
Boca
to watch.
once to pick up a rescue dog from a shelter down there, and we went to a Starbucks like when we first got into town so I could use the restroom, get something to drink. And there was no Chevrolets or Fords or any of those. It was all luxury vehicles. And I'm not talking like just a Mercedes. It was like Bentleys and Rolls Royces and things like that.
Yes.
I'm like, we are not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, no, I lived there for a long time, and that's why I don't live there anymore. Yeah, it's a interesting place to live. They don't have any furniture in their houses, by the way. I just want you to know because they've spent it on the things you can see, so they can't afford furniture. Just my little comment, yeah. But you can do discount shopping too. So I'll go to Palm Beach Gardens. So there is a difference in the Home Goods and the TJ Maxx. They stock them with the things that appeal to the people who live there.
Right.
So Palm Beach Gardens is like an hour and a half from here. And they have a really, really good regular mall, the Gardens Mall, which is fun too. But then right outside of that, they have all this discount shopping and they have amazing high-end stuff. And it's,
Does that count for do they have like a Goodwill there?
They might. They probably do.
That would maybe be a good idea.
Yeah.
Go find somebody's castaways.
Do true thrift shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can go to Vero and they have consignment stores there and there's lots of estate stuff. And somebody I know went and bought really, really good high-end outdoor furniture that they're like, this would have cost an absolute fortune. They got a consignment store down there.
Wow.
For a steal. So, yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah. We like the deals.
Yeah.
Give us the deals.
Well, you could also do, I'm going to skip over the Sanibel really quick.
Yeah.
Because Gasparilla.
I've
never been.
Oh.
My daughter has been.
I've been because I lived there.
And it's a big deal when you go to USF, all the college kids, they want to go partake. And I think it was the second year she was in school there. And she went and she never goes out. This is my bookworm studies all the time. And I was so happy she was going to go out with her friends and have a great day. And she called me really happy at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so glad you're having a great time. You're living your college life. It's amazing. And so fast forward a couple hours, literally 4 o'clock, I get a phone call. It's a FaceTime coming in. I'm like, oh, she's FaceTiming me. What's going on? And there's a man on the other end. Hello, ma'am. I'm so-and-so. I'm an EMT with blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what is happening? He was like, is this your daughter? She's literally passed out on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, is she okay? Well, she's drunk, ma'am. She's intoxicated. And I'm like, oh, we're going to be transporting her to the hospital. I'm like, is that necessary? Yes, ma'am, we have to transport her. So I'm like, all right, what's the name of the hospital? I'm literally pulling into my driveway when this happens because I'd been working all day.
Yes.
And I throw a bag together. I call my niece. I'm like, I need you to come watch the kids. She comes down and I drive over there and I'm panicked the whole time, right? Yeah. I get over there and I get a call right before that she's been discharged. And so she's back at her apartment. She walks out with freshly showered hair. She's eating a slice of pizza. She looks fine. And I'm like, wow, you recovered quickly. She goes, I just needed a $5 footlong. It's all I really needed. They were trying to give me Diet Coke over there. Yeah, they gave her an IV bag. She needed to eat.
Yes.
She hadn't eaten.
Gasparilla. The thing about Gasparilla is when the pirates invade Tampa Bay.
Yes.
So everyone dresses like pirates. They all get their
parade.
private boats. There's a parade. The boats are decked out like pirate boats. It's crazy, and everyone comes in, and it's really, really hard to get water because I used to live in Tampa, and it's really hard. You need to bring water with you.
They brought lots of beverage with them.
Yeah, well, they probably did not bring water.
It was jungle juice, I think.
You need water. Make sure you bring your water. But it is a really fun, crazy crazy, like do it once and then probably.
Yeah, just to say you did it. Yeah.
to say.
She's been like 3 out of 4 years over there. So
yeah.
That was the only year with like an incident.
Just a small.
She had to
little.
get it out of her system.
So there's lots of fun stuff to do. You can find things online, but Florida's a great place, and we love it here on the Space Coast. Yeah. And there's obviously lots to do on the Space Coast, which we left that out because these are all, well, except for the cruises.
Yeah.
Except for the cruises.
Yeah.
But there's tons of things to do. So enjoy living in Florida, enjoy visiting Florida, and come buy a house or sell a house in Florida and call us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 321-422-2160 is our number, or email us, hello@coastalestateteam. We would love to help, and we will see you next time. That's it for us. Cheers.
Sunny days, no clouds in the sky, but